Hello and welcome everyone to today's Tanya Shiur. Today is the 6th of Eir, Vav Eir, and we are still holding in middle of, we're getting closer to the end of chapter 44, Parak Mem Dalet. So yesterday, to give a summary, the Alter Rebbe was saying how although it may be hard to arouse the higher levels of love, nonetheless we still have the two levels of love which come from the natural love, which it takes time and effort, but not as much effort and time as it would to make a complete new love in your mind. Rather, just reveal the natural love you have in your heart from our forefathers and from Moshe. Now, the Alter Rebbe says, nevertheless, although it's very important to have, and it's easier to have a level of love that comes naturally from the heart, nonetheless, it's very, very important to recognize the greatness of Hashem from within this world. That's the level of what? Avas Olam. We spoke about a few days ago. Of recognizing how everything in this world, in the Olam, is Hashem. It's a very, very important part of, a very, very important level of love that we should have. Kidei lahagdil meduras eish ha'ava b'rispei eish shalaves azav lava ola ahashamayma. To create this love, this fire burning within us that will go up on its own. We should have a love that's so strong that even when the pushing waters of the tumah, the sitra achra, and the worries of life, they will not be able to extinguish our love for Hashem. This love comes from where? It's a level of avas olam, recognizing how Hashem is physically in the world, and everything is physically Hashem. And everything physical is Hashem, and how Hashem runs the entire world. And this level of love, it's much higher in a way because it's a constant love, right? A love that you have to reveal and work hard. It's something, right? You're contemplating about revealing the love. So once you reveal it, it's revealed. But once it gets concealed again, it's, right? So it's not constant. Here, we're speaking about a love that you work with your mind. So once you come to that conclusion, it'll always be there. That level of das that you have, once you work on that and realizing how everything in the world is Hashem, that will be a constant love, which is in a way a much, much higher level. There's not going to be So the two levels of love we mentioned, the level of the son to a father, like us to Hashem, and the level of my soul desires Hashem, nafshi v'sicha, which are very high levels. Nevertheless, they're not going to be constantly burning. Why? Because only when you reveal them, they'll be there. But when you don't think about it for a while, they'll go back into hiding. But this level of das, this level of love, will be a constant burning love when you think about it in your mind. Like the difference and the advantage of gold over silver, right? So we say over here, not only is gold worth more than silver, right? Let's say gold is worth $1,000 for an ounce, and silver is worth $500, so it's a lot more expensive. Nevertheless, the gold is intrinsically greater. It has besides for the price value, the actual gold is greater than silver, besides for the price. Which people, that's why one leads to the other. That's why people will pay more money, because it has an actual value. It itself is worth much more. So too, this love too is a much higher level of love, because it's a constant level of love that will always be shining, that will always be there to burn in your heart. V'gam kizeh kol ha'adam v'tachlisei. This is also the Alter Rebbe ends off. This is the whole purpose of a yid. Meaning, by the other level of love, what are we doing? We're trying to reveal the level of love, and only when we reveal the level of love, then we gained, right? We're doing something which we don't really care about that part. The revealing we don't care about. We care about the outcome. The outcome is that what? Now I'll have a revealed love. But here, in the case of thinking, the actual act or the process of thinking is a mitzvah in itself. And that is not just any mitzvah, but it's the whole purpose of creation. What's the whole purpose of creation? Laman das es kvoid Hashem v'yakar tiperes gedolasei ish kifi asher yuchal se'es. That a person and the whole world, right? We say Laman das. It doesn't say here, but I would assume it's very similar. Laman das kalam e'aretz. So the whole world will know. And it says kamayim le'am achasim. The world will know Hashem like the water covers the seabed of the ocean. And so to here, what are we saying? That when a person himself, just the fact alone that he's thinking, he's contemplating on the fact that Hashem is running the world. So yes, it'll lead to a love, which is good. But what's even greater than that is the actual process of thinking itself, of that contemplation of how Hashem runs the world, is a mitzvah. When the whole world will know about Hashem. Like it says in Mariah Memna, which we mentioned is a sefer which speaks about how great and how faithful shepherd Moshe was, which also applies to us because we have a spark of Moshe within ourselves as well. Parshas Vayel, what does it say over there? Begin the ishtimuan, the ishte moidan. The translation of that was Aramaic words, in order that that they may know him. That the whole purpose of creation is that the whole world, Jews, non-Jews, not from, everyone should know Hashem, and this comes from what? The level of realizing how Hashem runs the world and acts in everything he does in the world. That's the level of love of Avas Olam, which is a lower level, but yet it's a high level because its effect is much, much greater in a certain aspect. So in summary, summarize today's Tanya, we said that although it may be hard, although it may be very important to have the hidden love revealed, nevertheless, that love, it'll always keep going back and you'll have to keep revealing it. So it's not a constant fire. It's not a constant burning fire. But the level of love that you use for your contemplation, once you bring it out, it'll be there, and you'll always have it. So therefore, because it's more constant, so it is on a higher level. And also the actual act of trying to recognize Hashem in the world is a mitzvah itself. Laman das, right? To understand how everything in the world is truly run by Hashem, and therefore this level of Avos Olam is, in a way, a higher level of love. Thank you for joining today's Tanya Shiur.